bananas, si blend grinder, chichil, sata, chichil desni, Clanco desni, sin quill, Geraldine, grinder, McDonald, saba, Neville Johnny, sin su Clara, Albunus, grinder, itzi Walter grinder, to Eunice Gilpin, itzi William Chow, William Johnny. Just want to say good morning, speak what I can in my language. I apologize, I'm still learning, but I just wanted to do a quick video on how to set these 120s traps. So I'm just gonna put it on my YouTube video here. Just wanted to really just start doing more instructional videos here again. So these 120s, I've been using them on muskrats, but people use them for a couple other animals, martins, and other animals like that. They're pretty powerful little traps. Most people usually a lot of people with muskrats traditionally here use the foot traps. I'll grab a whole one. There's an old one. I had to clean this one up. Also, I'm gonna use this one. Another video, we're gonna start trying to use these ones too. These ones get placed, I think, on the perching inside the muskrat huts, and then the point of them is they have it sometimes tied to a rock or stick, and then the point of it is that the muskrat gets caught and then jumps in the hole with it and drowns. So, which is a good way. They do really well with it, I think. We're using these 120s, and they're a little bit wide, but yeah. So I'm right here. I'm just showing how to put the springs back on the hook here, which happens if they come off. The trick apparently is to do it with one hand. God forbid you ever get your hand caught in this, but what I teach and the way I look at it is just never put your hands where they should never be, in the dangerous spot there. So here I just double string on the loops here. And start pulling. I hurt my right hand, so some people can do this with their bare hands, but for me, I'm just kind of like, why? See, just popped off there. But anyways, let's just redo it really quick. It was in there. Here. Yeah, and then when you're on the tram line, they say you should always have that string with you. A little long string, long enough for whatever traps you're using, if you're using a bigger one. And these being double-sided, you get to see why they're such powerful little traps. So this side's set, and for now we're just gonna set it like this. Just want to demonstrate how to set these traps, I guess. Let me get this side. Same thing. So just a quick video on how to set these traps, and just to, we've been doing really well with trapping this year, me and my uncle, and just a real suggestion for people that the fur industry is $1 billion industry. I just believe it has no Well, I believe the indigenous people of these lands are the ones that need to start leading that business. You know, and what I've learned is that, yeah, the Chinese brought that market back and more or less control that market. But I don't send anything to the auction anymore, just due to the extreme low prices there. That I think my furs are, and the work I put in is more valuable than what I get at the auction there. So I don't bother with the auction. So these two sides are set now. And I had it here set in my cabin here, thinking maybe there was pack rats in here, but there wasn't. So just showing how to do that aspect of the trap. And then you actually want to set it. Putting it together like this and setting it. So anyways, I just wanted to show how to put the springs on. It's a good idea just to leave the springs on. I'm curious out there, you know, people have been doing this longer than me, whether it's good to just leave it like this, or if you're going to store them away for a long time, to have them actually loose. That's a question I have out there for any comments. And that's about it. I didn't mean to make this video as long as I have, but you know, all these little things that I've been learning with the trapping has been great for me during this pandemic. It's been really great for keeping me grounded. And yeah, we did. And I'm going to do really quick just a bit of the furs we got. You know, got a few different things here. And yeah, and I just find these are mostly gifts and what we've been doing with the snaring. And yeah, we've been I took over my great grandpa's cabin. This cabin here is over 100 years old. Over 100 years old. Should be a heritage building. My great grandfather Norman Lee apparently had this structure down at Lee's Corner, and then gave it to his daughter and her husband Charlie. Charlie drug up this structure. I don't know, it used to be a government building or what it was for or whatever. Brought it up here and fixed it up for. He was a carpenter. He was many things, but that was one thing he was. And then I came back home in 2002 and 2004, and then when I came back again, start my family, we didn't have anywhere to go, so we stayed here. The roof was leaking. We fixed the roof, got the water fixed in here, and then my mom moved back with her partner, and they renovated in here. So I think basically it may need a floor and finish this wall, but this has been a great space for me to deal with the pandemic, working on these animals. And yeah, I've been working on bison hides too. Not wild bisons, but wild enough, I guess, for here. So yeah, so just a quick video on where things are at. Yeah, and just a really quick conversation with you know, I really believe, especially as Indigenous people, that way to get back to the land, and trapping's one way to do it. It's one way to get into the management, and there's many aspects of research, the furs themselves, and education that once people get into this, that there are avenues that are basically untouched in our nations. And all the other trappers out there too. Maybe we may not see things exactly the same way as other non-Indigenous trappers, but I just wanted to say that we are running parallel with them. And I'd say 90% or more of the trappers are real good people. Well, they're all good people, but Some, they're more into the conservation, and in my opinion, all the trappers and heavy land users in any sort are unpaid biologists, and they need a voice. So part of my video was that, giving a giving looking to build a platform for land users, and you know and I think the more our indigenous people get back to the land, and people in general, will have respect for the land. Our children will value the land, and that's where it is. We plant our seed in our kids, and it's up to them what they want to do with it. So Chanat Yaw, Ninos In, Town T, Lunastein.